There is nothing quite like this in the motor racing world. It is the spectacular Barber Motorsports Park in Birmingham, Alabama, and it has to be seen to be believed. This place is amazing. The creativity, the thought that went into this place, and then you have the multi-story, more than 200,000 square foot Barber Vintage Museum. It's incredible. If you want to be a bit more chilled and relaxed, you can sit under those big Georgia pines and watch what's happening on track. It is just a beautiful setting and a great place for the Honda Indy Grand Prix of Alabama. Takuma Sato and teammate Graham Rahal on the front row. As soon as they see green, they can go. Will it be Sato? Will it be Rahal? Several cars jumping out of line.
That's a late start, really late start. A lot of guys were locking up in the back. You saw the smoke, Townsend. Look at these guys locking up into turn one.
Well, scramble, wheels off, rejoining. That's Ferrucci there. They did very, very well to miss themselves. Teammates beside each other. That is Joseph Newgarden and Simon Pagenaud.
Scott Dixon looked inside Graham Rahal, backed out in turn one. Let's see what happens. Big break zone, best passing opportunity right here.
Look at the blue car. Felix Rosenquist down the inside. He's trying to make up ground in his first race here at Barber.
3 wide through the hairpin, 4 wide in the braking zone. Sato checking out a little bit. Rossi looking good right there. Didn't lose any position, but that was a wild start, very slow start.
This is from Zach Veach, and this is the replay of the start. Coming to turn 17, check this out.
Oh, that was a big jump start, Townsend. Passed about 10 cars.
We're told we'll get a drive-through penalty for this.
Yeah.
Now, I know it, listen, hang on. Before we jump in on Ed Jones, I know it looks blatant. However, the question is, when did green flag get called? Now, you're not supposed to advance on the row in front of you, though, before the start-finish on the start.
Right.
You can do that on the restart. You cannot do that on the start.
Oh, this is good. Joseph Newgarden, Ryan Hunter-Reay. Hunter-Reay working those temperatures up. Meanwhile, Joseph Newgarden in full race mode. Bye-bye.
Newgarden with the slide job right across the bow.
Slow stop, the left rear a little late getting going, so this is going to really open it up for Rahal, Dixon, and others.
Total disaster. Remember, Hunter-Reay did a 6.2 to that 11-second stop for Takuma, so how many positions will he lose once the cycle is fully complete? That's Pato Award right on the back of Sato.
And Will Power, who was a lot higher up the track, he was fighting his other teammate. Now he has contact with Simon Pagenaud, his second teammate.
Guys, it's so bad, man. I can hardly hang on. How many laps?
There's your answer. Power has his hands full. Turn 16.
Whoa. Oh, he spun all the way around, and that's why he was all the way back to Pagenaud. He's lucky he didn't get in the gravel trap, Townsend, and get stuck
For sure.
in there.
And for Will Power,
This time.
there's Roger Penske saying pit this time. Will Power's burned well more than half of his push to pass for the whole race. He only has 79 seconds left. We're not even a third of a way through this race.
What a great run. This kind of reminds me of Portland a little bit. Got to be good on your fuel strategy, and he was out front, and he enjoyed that time out front. And
I'm a little surprised, though, Lee. He only did about 20 laps on blacks there, so thought he might go a little farther.
key here will be to see what Dixon does in response. Dixon stays out.
Dixon rolls by on track. Sato in the leader, so he had that slower stop on the first stop, but he was still leading the race. So this one is about 4 seconds faster than stop number one, and you can hear the crew as Sato rolls back out. He's the first of the leaders to come in, so we'll see how this plays out.
Both cars need to make one more stop. This is a battle for position. This is a battle for the podium. And Bourdais, by virtue of being a two-stopper, has more laps on his tires. That's really the only difference. And he needs to make sure that he stretches his fuel enough to make it work. But this right here is very difficult, what Bourdais is trying to do. And Scott Dixon knows he needs to pressure him.
And this is a huge advantage for Sato because he's only got one more stop, and he's just pulling away from Bourdais on fresher tires.
First full course caution of the Honda Indy Grand Prix of Alabama, and there are multiple reasons. This is Carlin Racing's Max Chilton in the Gallagher Chevrolet. Nose in, pictures speak for themselves. The other reason is Graham Rahal in the One Cure Honda. His problems continue and is stranded on the back straight.
High drama. Something happened with Graham Rahal. He said the dashboard went black and it rolled to a stop in the middle of the straightaway, and then Max Chilton crashes on his own, and then it was the danger zone all over again, but they left the pits open and let everybody get their pit stops done.
Yep, so we won't see the danger zone come into play, and depending on how long this yellow is, you know, some guys might have to save a little bit of fuel, because here we are, lap 58, still 32 to go.
So they gave everybody the opportunity. They kept it green, even though there was some guys in real dangerous positions. Here they all come. They're going to come in right here, and then they gave everybody. There's Will Power coming in.
Whoa, there goes Spencer Pigot. And I think Spencer Pigot will come out in front of everybody once this cycle is through.
Well, Power was none too pleased about that. You saw that gesture, but it was frantic.
High drama. We were unsure during the commercial break what was going to happen, whether all these guys were going to get hung out and caught by the yellow, but they gave everybody the opportunity to get their pit stop in and allow. Look at this back here, the traffic jam in the pit stop.
And that was Takuma Sato. Here he exits in the MyJack car. Here comes Scott Dixon.
And the important thing here is see the yellow, the bright yellow Sealmaster Honda of Sebastian Bourdais look right to Dixon. Dixon beats him out. And those guys had been fighting on track for so long. And once all of this front pack got through with pitting, there goes the yellow.
Here's Chilton. He's coming to the pit lane, and he gets cut off by Tony Kanaan, who's coming in as well, and just had nowhere to go, really.
Under caution for some 7 laps. Let's go racing. There's a Honda out in front in the Honda Indy Grand Prix of Alabama.
A little bit disappointed in Lace not to pull over and let these leaders go by. Now Sato has a nice gap to Lace. Hopefully Lace pulls it over here on the straightaway.
It's
now
going to
Bourdais trying the outside right there. He might have a run. Lots of push to pass for him, and he does have a run.
Inside. Dixon on Lace.
Oh, Lace making it hard on the 5-time champ. Lace holds him off. Lace is saying, hey, if I can get back on the lead lap and a yellow comes, I've got a chance. Further back, there's a big cluster for me.
Alexander Rossi and James Hinchcliffe. Rossi wins that arm wrestle.
Rossi pushing forward to get a podium. He just got rid of his buddy, James Hinchcliffe right here. He's got a nice little gap now.
It's a dream scenario for Sato. Restart, nice buffer, great race car. A win is right in front of him.
Blue
25
flag.
laps down the road.
Just saw that in the camera. The blue flag is waving for Lace, so he's gotten word. The teams are probably complaining as we see.
Watch Newgarden. He's going to make his move. He did this last year, right up the inside. He surprises Hunter Ray. He's done that so many times here.
I'll show you a replay on Takuma Sato here.
Outside edge of his tire looked a little dirty, and that's why.
I'm surprised something broke off on the bottom of the car, so he has a little bit of damage. Just damaged something on the front wings or the underneath the body of the car.
Maybe
Dixon will have a window of opportunity.
Maybe it's not so easy as we've been thinking it looks for Takuma Sato. That could be a pretty critical piece of downforce.
Newgarden has gotten by Rossi, so he's made a pass on him. We might have a replay of that, hopefully, but he's steadily been pushing forward, the best of the Penske guys. And here we have a look down in the hairpin. Just a nice clean pass. Rossi kind of squeezes him, turns in, locked up.
Was there contact? Oh, yeah, wheel-to-wheel contact. That's for 4th. A forceful move for 4th.
Rare do you see Rossi on the receiving end of that kind of driving. Newgarden forcing his way. It's a lot like what Rossi did at Takuma Sato at Elkhart Lake Road America last year.
He did that Mid-Ohio outside-inside deal like he does there, that patented move. He's got head-faked Rossi, and then Rossi turned in on him, and they made contact wheel-to-wheel. But now we go back to Sato. He's got some damage in the rear. He's lost something from the bottom of the car, but he's still fast. He turned a good lap. White flag is out. Bourdais got to make something happen at turn 2. This is turn 1. He's got to try to get clean air on the front wing here.
Look at how clever Dixon is, staying as low as possible, disrupt the air for Bourdais. Dixon knows
he's got to run.
Take the air away. Bourdais cannot make it happen. Dixon's going to defend here.
He had a run, but not close enough.
But he might get a run on him here.
No.
Drifts wide. That hurt Sebastian Bourdais. Half a lap to go for Takuma Sato.
He's got one more chance as they run down through here into the chicane and then coming onto the back straightaway that has some S's in it. If he stays close here, he might have a shot. He's got to be all over that push to pass.
I don't think it'll happen. Scott Dixon, a master of figuring out how to make it difficult for the driver behind. He does it so subtly.
Takuma Sato will continue this trend. There's a pretty good one. If you get the pole position here at Barber, about 50% of the time you're going to go on and win the race, and that's going to be the case here. It will be his 4th career win and 4 different tracks. What a day for Takuma Sato. He wins for the first time at Barber Motorsports Park. Winning in Portland last year, wins in Barber here in round 3 of the 2019 championship over Scott Dixon and Sebastian Bourdais.
Nice. Thank you. The car was superb. Thank you.